Masters of the Universe fans. Once again, it's the one and only Optibotimus coming with another video review. And on today's episode, thanks to all of the absolutely incredible contributions from my Optibotimus Plus channel members, we're going to be taking a look at the new Masters of the Universe Origins Warrior with a Grip of Evil, CLAWFUL. One I was really looking forward to just because he's a crazy, weird-looking character. Now, we seem to be getting to the point in the Origins line where not every figure is going to be one that is going to appeal to me. CLAWFUL and his wave mate, the Horde Trooper, are really the only ones that I was interested in this current wave. Unfortunately, they're basically impossible for me to find at my local Target stores or even Walmart. So as always, I just go online to my go-to, that being Big Bad Toy Store, where you might have to wait a little bit, but you're pretty much guaranteed to get them. For the package, you got that gorgeous Masters of the Universe card back. You got that red exploding rock, the retro play. You can make his dreadful claw grab and hold, which that's okay. Of course, you got the bubble right here that fully showcases the figure with the little dimple right there. It is unpunched, so get that. I'm going to rip that off anyhow, but for some reason, people go crazy. Oh my god, it's unpunched. It's going to be worth so much. These aren't going to be worth anything. I'm sorry. I don't really think that they are. Of course, you got the comic book there in the background. Come around to the back. And this is what I was talking about. I have zero interest in the anti-Eternia He-Man or Sunman. Those are two figures I have zero interest in. Not that they're bad figures or anything. I just do not care about them whatsoever. You got a nice kind of cartoon image showing off how to use his action feature. And then, of course, him fighting Teela with Whiplash there in the background, which is a nice tease for a more than likely future release. But for the packaging on this guy, that's about it. So, without further ado, let's get him out here and see how cool he actually is. Alright guys, so here we have CLAWFUL opened up and out of his packaging. And again, I don't know why I like him. He's a completely ridiculous looking character. But there's just something about him that is fun. Now, as usual, as you can see, you can have him in a squat sort of pose, which is more in line with that vintage figure size. But you can also straighten out his legs like that, which does increase them fairly decently, so that you can get a more up and down sort of action figure sort of look for him, and I honestly prefer that. For his accessories, you can see that he comes with this, I don't even know what it is. It's got a little strap thing here. It's like a beaten stick. It does look familiar. I want to say that we've gotten one like this before, or maybe I'm just remembering the original toy. I don't remember. But you can see it's molded in this green plastic. And the way that his hand is, it was very much like Buzz-Off's, where it's got this claw section here, but you can see a little round hole bit right there where you just take this and just wedge that in there, and he holds it perfectly fine. I guess you could kind of say that he also has this armor here. I don't know if you want to call that an accessory, but you can kind of, if you really wanted to. This is a softer material. I remember the original ones being a hard plastic, and a lot of the problems with that would be that the plastic clips here would always break because they would get brittle over time. If you wanted to, you can remove this very easily. You just got the standard body underneath there, though. But I really like the fact that the armors now are done in this more rubbery material, so that you don't have that kind of brittleness that could possibly pop up. Now, because it is rubber, that could pose another issue. Only time will really tell. But in general, I really like how that turned out. As you can see, for the remainder of the body, the legs here, if I am not mistaken, these are Buzz-Offs. I should have grabbed Buzz-Off, but I know that the feet are. I think that the legs are as well. Maybe even the arm. Obviously, the hand. So all you really have that's new here is going to be the head, this arm here on this side. But either way, I mean, you got the arm right here. You can pull that entire arm off. So even if that's not the, if like this isn't the same, and like that whole arm here, you just replace. So you can swap that out if you really want to. Love the head sculpt. That is really wicked fun and cool. Very angry looking. You got the teeth and then the bumpy sort of thing throughout the entire thing. Really very cool. And then, of course, you have his claw arm. Now, I remember as a kid this being heavier feeling. It's not bad, but like when I move this, you can see that it's spring-loaded. I feel like it's thinner than it was before. Or maybe there was just more of a snap. I don't know. Like the spring doesn't feel nearly as strong, which I guess is probably a good thing. But, you know, you can do things like go after Ian Malcolm and claw him and like, rip his head off or something like that, you know. So all that is really very fun, and I love the fact that they actually are putting in these action features. That was something that the Classics line didn't do, and that was always very disappointing for me. Anything that had an action feature or a spring or anything of that nature was automatically cut out. So already Mattel is doing something that Matty Collector didn't do. And I absolutely love it. First articulation, very standard. You got the ball joint here at the neck, the pin swivel joints here at the shoulders. You do have the pin hinge joint here for this one, and then you have a pin hinge for the wrist. This one here, though, you have obviously the swivel and hinge here for the elbow, but right here, the midsection, well, not even midsection, but the forearm section rotates. So you can rotate his giant claw all the way around. It doesn't flex up and down or anything like this one does, which is perfectly fine. You do have the waist rotation. You have the ball joint thing here at the actual hips themselves. The pin hinge joint here at the knee. You have a boot cut, ankles, and then the hacky sack pose. So great figure. Very fun. Ridiculous and crazy looking. Now, like I talked about, we're getting to the point where there's not a lot of figures that I'm going to be automatically wanting when I see a lot of them. It's winding down, but he was definitely one that I was excited to see. Colors, I think, look really good. The overall craziness of his look is fun, and really does just remind me of that off-the-wall 80s style cartoon. Whether it be He-Man, Thundercats, Silverhawks, hell, even Transformers. They had some really crazy and weird looking characters, and this guy is definitely one of them. So based on that, I would absolutely recommend picking him up. He's just a fun toy. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. There's your look at the new Masters of the Universe Origins CLAWFUL. As always, I want to thank you all for tuning in. If this guy is a figure that you would like to add to your collection, he is hitting various retail locations right now, but he is fairly hard to find. So I would just do the real simple thing and just go online to places like Big Bad Toy Store, Amazon, or even Entertainment Earth. For all of those places, I'll put links right down there in the video description, where you can head on over there and check out availability on this guy, as well as the rest of the wide range of Masters of the Universe Origin figures. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. Once again, I want to thank you all for tuning in, and please remember that the real trouble with the world is that too many people grow up. Thank you all for watching and taking the time to be a kid.